vibrant identity and dynamic look of P-pop. From this, our finalists will take turns in picking a name of a judge who will ask her a question. The moment she responds, her 30-second time limit begins, and this sound will indicate she has 5 seconds remaining to finish her answer. Should the ladies go beyond their time limit, it will affect their scores. Aside from our judges, we have invited prominent guest panelists who will join us also with their questions. So, it's time for our Bini to face the Q&A round. Let's begin with the first finalist, Bini from Iloilo City, number 5. Kindly pick your judge. And you have picked our beautiful judge, Miss Atisa Manalo. Hi, Bini Iloilo. Hi, Atisa. My question is, body positivity has taken huge strides in today's society, and people have started recognizing beauty in all forms, shapes, sizes, and even color. Do you think beauty pageants have adapted and kept up with the diverse beauty standards that we have in the world right now? For me, yes. You know what? Before, I have been struggling and people have been criticizing me because of my body. When Catriona Gray passed her crown to the next Miss Universe, she told us about the 3 mountains that she conquered, and that inspired me, conquering others. And then I joined Pilipinas last year, and this night, I am here standing in front of you, telling you that no matter size, shape, you're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Bini. Bye. Thank you. Some more conquering my own volcano. The next Bini is Bini 8 from Angono, Rizal. Erlene Nicole Budol. Pick a judge. You pick Mr. Cecilio Asuncion. Hello po.
Hi. A beauty pageant is a space for transformation. What has been your biggest character transformation since you joined, and how could this make you deserving of a crown tonight? Gusto mo mag-Tagalog ako?
Pwede po.
Sige. Mag-Tagalog tayo. Ang beauty pageant ay isang lugar para sa transformasyon. Anong transformasyon na importante ang nangyari sa iyo habang nandito ka sa Binibining Pilipinas?
Maraming salamat po. Para sa akin, isang karangalan na nakatungtong ako dito sa Binibining Pilipinas bilang isang binibining hindi inaasahan. Para sa akin, ang sarap palang mangarap. Ang sarap mangarap. Walang imposible. Isa po akong komedyante na laki sa hirap. At ang aking transformasyon ay ang magbigay ng inspirasyon. Because I know for myself that I am beautiful. Because I know for myself that I am uniquely beautiful with a mission. Salamat po. Thank you, Bini. Our next Bini is Bini 17. Please step up. It's your turn for the question and answer round. Kindly pick a judge or a guest panelist. And you have picked Judge Mr. Rico Hizon.
Binibining 17, Miss Tacloban, here's a question for you. A previous quiz segment in a reality competition revealed that many of our young kababayans, young Filipinos, are not anymore aware and familiar with our own national heroes. For you, how important is it to look back at our history and learn more about the personalities about our past in order to build a better future?
Thank you. I believe that it is really important and we should not disregard our history. Because why? It is part of our culture, it is part of our past, and it is part of who we are today as a Filipinos. Thank you. Up next is Bini Bini 23 from Cebu. Kindly pick your judge. Good evening. You pick a guest panelist on video, so turn around. It is Mr. Tony Pangilinan.
Magandang gabi po, Pilipinas. Question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself as a responsible Filipino citizen, and why?
As a responsible Filipino citizen, I'd like to give myself a good A, because I know that there's always room to improve. There's so much I don't know, but there's so much I'm willing to learn, and I hope to do that with you.
Thank you, Bini Bini 23. Up next, we have Bini Bini 28. Kindly pick a judge or a guest panelist from the bowl. Thank you very much. We have another guest panelist who will ask their question on video, and it is Senator Rita Hontiveros.
Hello to the followers and fans of Binibining Pilipinas. Mabuhay kayong lahat at magandang gabi sa iyo, Binibini. Here's my question. Pageants are a celebration of beauty and goodwill. However, there's also a lot of toxicity, online and offline, that fails to empower us women. If you win as our Binibini, how will you deal with fake news and other negative comments criticizing your looks, intelligence, and the way you live your life?
Good evening, everyone. I have been receiving a lot of opinions from other people, and I am not complaining about it because people are entitled of their own opinion. As for me, I will always remind women that we are strong, independent, and courageous, because these are the traits that are very critical to the complicated roles that us women play in today's society. Thank you. Thank you very much. Up next, we have Bini Bini 31, our last of the first batch of Q&A. You may now pick your judge, Bini Bini 31. You pick a guest panelist, Miss Abina
advocacy. That is the exact reason why I joined Binibining Pilipinas, because I was an influencer before. I did Pinoy Big Brother, but then I decided to join this pageant because I want to use my voice, my advocacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini 35. Up next, we have Binibini 39. You picked Mr. George Barcelon.
My question for you is, studies say Filipinos are one of the happiest people on earth. Why is this so, despite the huge challenges Filipinos face every day?
I personally experienced such difficulties during the past 3 months of Binibining Pilipinas, traveling all the way from Tarlac to Manila in split hours. And I know that Filipinos are happy because we love to do our passion, our purpose in life, and that is the greatest reason why we are happy. And I know I am happy right now, and I hope you are too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Binibini 39. Up next, we have Binibini 40. Please pick a judge or a guest panelist. And you have picked the Honorable Alberto Pascual. Hello, good evening.
Evening. Good evening. Nowadays, we often hear the word essentials. At this point in your life, what are the missing essentials? And why do you say so?
I think one of the missing essentials nowadays, especially you came from a Generation Z, Generation X, is maybe old telephones. Because the reason why I remember my dad and I going to a vintage shop and buying a vintage telephone, and with that, I can really see the importance of our history and what we came from in the past. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini 40. Next, we have Binibini 25. Please step forward, looking lovely and wide. Kindly pick a judge or guest panelist. And you have picked our also very beautiful judge, Miss Jane De Leon.
Hi, Binibini. And here's my question. Becoming a beauty queen is a pursuit of fame. What are you willing to give up for fame?
Well, actually, a couple of months ago, I just moved to the Philippines. My whole life changed. But for me, that wasn't a sacrifice, because it was my dream. And I always wanted to be in the Philippines, not only to join Binibining Pilipinas, but also to be closer to my family and to my Filipino heritage. And today, I am living the dream on this stage.
Thank you, Binibini 25. Up next, we have Binibini 32. You picked His Excellency Ioannis Periotes.
Good evening.
I would like to ask you, what would you rather be? A person who leads or a person who innovates?
Well, I would rather be a person who innovates, especially nowadays. That is what we need. We need innovators. We need people who would push us further in our future. Because what we need is people who would help us to